Hi everyone, Kelt here. So, the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard defamation trial has ended. I've been following this trial and thought about making a video, but wasn't sure if I should, as I usually make videos about the royals, the UK royal family, specifically Harry and Meghan. But it seems that over 70% of you would like me to make this, so here it is. It's just a brief summary, really, on my thoughts about the whole thing. I took an interest in the trial, having had a close male friend who was in a similar situation to Johnny Depp, but unlike JD, he did not survive it. I do, however, have a fair and balanced view because I am a survivor of DA. For those who don't know, the case was a civil case whereby Johnny Depp was suing Amber Heard, his ex-wife, for defamation after she, 6 years ago, claimed to be a victim of domestic abuse, and the headlines went viral and cost Johnny Depp his career. Basically, his life came to a halt as he fought this. Amber Heard's legal team struggled throughout because there were times when it was obvious that they felt that they were dealing with a lost cause because Amber's lies throughout were so evident, as was her very bad acting. Her lawyer, Elaine, even pulled the odd face in her disbelief and frustration at Amber's responses. There was no comradeship and warmth with Amber's team. It was a job, and I think that if they were Johnny Depp fans, and I actually believe that Elaine was, because there is a picture on the internet showing that she was amongst Johnny Depp fans taking a photo. So that must have made it even more difficult. In contrast, Johnny's team were exuding love, respect and comradeship. Johnny Depp's lawyer, Camille Vasquez, was incredible. She exposed and tore down Amber Heard's lies time and time again. So much passion and emotion in Camille's voice that she was not afraid to show, and the mutual love and respect between Camille and Johnny was lovely to see, contrary to the gossip and rumours that they were dating, which would have been not only unethical, but illegal, as she was legally representing him at the time. So I think they must have had a great friendship, and still have, and Johnny must surely appreciate all that she has done, as he has been given his life back. His other lawyer, Ben Chu, was equally incredible, and the love he had for Johnny was so evident. This was not fan worship of a Hollywood star. This was true friendship of someone who had been so very unfairly treated and badly treated, and they basically wanted to help him and give him his life back. The whole case was publicly aired, and it was so embarrassing at times for both of them to have such intimate and sordid details of their marriage put out there for the whole world to witness, being pulled apart and analysed. There have been memes, rap songs and comedy skits made out of these parts of the trial. It was extremely entertaining in itself. Johnny Depp never claimed to be suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, which is why he was able to lighten the atmosphere by making jokes and laughing at times. I didn't see it as disrespect, because I saw them all laughing at various times, or trying not to laugh. Even the judge smiled at the ridiculousness of some of the things which happened. One of the things was one of the highlights for me, which was the security guy / driver for Johnny Depp, who was hilarious as he appeared as a witness via Zoom call, appearing in a cloud of mist as he frantically tried to not be seen vaping at the start of the video. There was a cloud that went across the screen as he was exhaling and obliterating the camera view for a few seconds as he was questioned by the judge. He seemed like a good and loyal employee, and while he didn't really disrespect the judge or the court, he was, however, chilled enough to be vaping and then actually driving the car, pulling away and driving the car, manoeuvring the car while answering questions in a court of law. The judge said afterwards, shaking her head and smiling, that that was a first for her. Another highlight was Amber Heard declaring that her dog stepped on a bee, which has gone viral. It wasn't so much the dog stepping on a bee, it was her facial expression as she said it, which has shown the world her dubious acting skills. Yet another highlight for me was Johnny Depp signalling for Amber Heard's sister Whitney to come over to their side, as she was looking almost longingly over at them, and some people were saying sarcastically that she was realising that she had lost Johnny Depp, who financed her and gave her a home. She was there to support her sister, and it looked as if she was regretting it. In fact, she was the only person there supporting her sister. There were no friends or anything. The way that Johnny Depp said Mr. Rottenborn, who was Amber's lawyer, was so subtle, but it was there. Another highlight was as he repeated Mr. Rottenborn when he said a mega pint with a wry smile on his face. The skit showing Jason Momoa allegedly giving evidence fooled many people, and I must admit I was minutes into the video before I realised that it must be fake. It was hilarious and very well done. I'll put a link in the description if it's still out there. It was obvious to most of us that the humour which was continuing through the trial was not inappropriate, because by then most of us, and definitely the judge, most of the jury in the courtroom and both legal teams could see that Johnny Depp was telling the truth and Amber Heard wasn't. And it wasn't looking good for Amber, so the humour was Johnny Depp's way of maybe lightening a very tedious and long and drawn-out trial. And I think it helped everybody, so it was appropriate, because he was able to be humorous, and he was the true victim in this. If they believed that Amber Heard was the victim, then I'm sure the humour would have been reined in, and the judge would have put a stop to it if she really believed that Amber Heard was telling the truth. She wouldn't have allowed those smirks and giggles and things which went on. She would not have done that if she really believed that Amber Heard was a victim. She was a brilliant judge, in fact, and I think it was said that she's a former Marine. The former model, Kate Moss, Johnny Depp's ex, giving evidence to shut down the rumour of Johnny Depp allegedly pushing her down steps, which Amber had brought up in court. They were both not allowed to mention any previous partners in this case, but as Amber Heard did bring up Kate Moss's name, then Johnny's team were free to call her as a witness, which they were delighted about. Ben Chu's reaction when Amber had mentioned the name of Kate Moss was absolute joy. Johnny Depp is not perfect, but there was not one person in his life, ex-girlfriend or anyone, who could say that he had ever been remotely violent. But there were others in Amber Heard's life who could say that she was violent, including her ex-partner, whereby there were witnesses to a domestic incident. It was 6 weeks of testimony, which amounted to 61 hours, and it was only a defamation case. However, it gave Johnny Depp the opportunity to give his true side of the story of a 15-month marriage which went from adoration and love to contempt and hatred. He admitted abusing alcohol and drugs, but he told of how his former wife was violent towards him. Most of the time he was trying to get away, and she was trying to force him to stay and fight. When it came to the day of reckoning, if you like, when it was the last day in court with Johnny Depp and the lawyers gave their summary of everything, I noticed Camille stepping out of the car outside the court, and she was wearing a white outfit with black accessories, which made me think, yes, she's trying to say that this is black and white. All of this is black and white. There is one abused person and one abuser, which is what she had said more than once during this trial. Finally, when the judge handed it over to the jury to deliberate, tensions were high. Many on the live feed on YouTube were suffering nerves, feeling sick with nerves, while waiting for the outcome. While this was going on, Amber Heard was in the court, but Johnny Depp was in the UK. Some wondered why he wouldn't be there, but I think he wasn't there because whatever the outcome, he needed to be with his family, his children, as the whole reason he went through this trial was for his children. And he loves the UK and loves playing guitar, so it seems like it was the best thing for him to do something to take his mind off it. Also, it allowed his team to receive the cheers and congratulations for the job well done, so it was very sensitive of him in that way not to be there, although I'm sure they would have loved him to be there to celebrate together. One thing was that when Amber Heard was talking about how she's been treated by the public, whereby some of the public have been terrible and made really awful threats against her and her child, Johnny Depp frowned and he looked concerned by that. So while many don't like Amber Heard for what she has done to Johnny Depp and his family, nothing justifies the threats that are being made against her. If she is suffering from BPD, as was diagnosed, then what she needs is professional help, not threats. Now it seems that she is going to appeal this decision, as I think she really believes her own lies. She cannot allegedly afford to pay the $8 million to Johnny Depp, but I think that appealing would not do her any favours. She has already told lies under oath, and it's been pointed out to her by the lawyers. So she needs to let it go because a jury decided this, and they both need to get on with their lives. Johnny Depp is elated because he has got his life back. He made a statement which read, and I quote, "6 years ago, my life, the life of my children, the lives of those closest to me, and also the lives of the people who for many, many years have supported and believed in me, are forever changed, all in the blink of an eye. False, very serious and criminal allegations were levied at me via the media, which triggered an endless barrage of hateful content, although no charges were ever brought against me. It had already travelled around the world twice within a nanosecond, and it had a seismic impact on my life and my career. And 6 years later, the jury gave me my life back. I am truly humbled. My decision to pursue this case, knowing very well the height of the legal hurdles that I would be facing and the inevitable worldwide spectacle into my life, was only made after considerable thought. From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth, regardless of the outcome. Speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace, knowing I have finally accomplished that." End quote. Amber Heard, however, said that she felt heartbroken by the ruling, and she was sad, and still thought that she had lost a right to speak freely and openly. I will put a link in the description so you can read her whole statement. And instead of acknowledging that she lied, she is blaming what she sees as Johnny Depp's power and influence, which caused her to lose the case, not the fact that he spoke the truth and she spoke many lies. So, in my opinion, it was black and white. Neither perfect. They both said horrible things to each other. They were both awful to each other. But when it came down to who the abuser was and who the abused was, it was, as Camille Vasquez said, it was Johnny Depp who was the abused and Amber Heard who was the abuser. And yes, it was black and white, just like her outfit. So what do you think? Let me have your thoughts and I'll see you in the next one. Please subscribe, ding my bell for more alerts for more videos, like if you liked it and share. Bye.